The arrival. Dust trailed behind Ethan Cole as his boots struck the dry earth of the Whitfield ranch. The long road had burned the color from his clothes and the patience from his heart, but he had come with a single purpose: to buy a horse and move on. The ranch sprawled wide beneath the blazing sky, fences stretching like ribs of a slumbering beast. Somewhere inside, a deal awaited. Somewhere deeper, something else stirred, a tension he could not yet name. Samuel Whitfield met him at the gate. A man of 45, broad-shouldered and immaculately dressed, Samuel carried authority as naturally as he carried the weight of his ranch. His handshake was firm, his expression harder still. "You're here for the stallion," he said, voice flat, without the courtesy of welcome. Ethan nodded. "If the price matches the promise." Samuel's lips twitched. Not a smile, merely the faintest acknowledgement of challenge. He gestured toward the corral. "You'll see the animal. We breed for strength, not show." The walk across the yard told Ethan more about the man than words could. The fences were mended with precision, the barn doors aligned like soldiers in formation. Yet the house, standing proud at the center, felt less like a home and more like a fortress. Windows shut tight, curtains drawn against the sun, silence pressing from within. It was there that Ethan first saw Clara Whitfield. She stood by the veranda, sunlight catching the pale fabric of her dress. Her posture was graceful, her gaze steady, yet her eyes carried shadows deeper than the shade of the house behind her. When her eyes found Ethan, something unspoken lingered, a quiet recognition, a silent question. Samuel noticed. His hand brushed against Ethan's shoulder, firm enough to redirect attention. "This way," he said, leading him toward the corral. But Ethan's mind carried the image of Clara, etched sharper than he intended. The stallion proved worthy of its reputation. A dark-coated brute with a fiery mane, it stamped the ground as though impatient for battle. Ethan admired its power, though Samuel's voice cut through his thoughts. "Price is fair. No haggling. You want it, you'll pay." Ethan weighed his words, but before he could speak, a new voice joined the air, bright, teasing, untamed. "You make it sound like robbery, Uncle." Lydia Whitfield bounded into view, skirts dust-streaked from running across the yard. 16, though already carrying the sharpness of someone who noticed more than she should, Lydia eyed Ethan with a mix of curiosity and mischief. "You look like the kind of man who won't pay a coin more than he has to," she said. Samuel's jaw tightened. "Mind your tongue, girl." But Lydia only laughed,